Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Brandon, aka FF Clay from Transcend Global, back with another video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I ain't dirty hoodie gang today. Pretty presentable, pretty decent. Just making a store run. Wanted to drop this video real quick. In response, piggybacking off of the last one I did 2 days ago about just energy, attention, celebrity distractions, and etc. I just wanted to just kind of bring some balance to it or some more elaboration, and just wanted to say that I'm not trying to demonize celebrities or those in the public eye, or make them become the scapegoat for why you or I can't do or focus on what it is that we need to focus on to do what we need to do, because ultimately it is our responsibility and authority for our own lives to do and make the best and maximize what it is that we have been given, um, to contribute to the most value of society and to better our position in lives, which essentially I think that is what they are doing. They are using what they have been given and have cultivated and sacrificed for to provide the most value to the world, to do what it is that they have come here to do, and to definitely better their position for themselves and their family. And there is nothing wrong with that. That's what we all should be here to do. Everyone just has different morals, moral compasses, things, limits that they're willing to do and not do, and and how far they are willing to go. And I believe that I believe that they start out pure and genuine, and some may initially know what they signed up for, but I definitely believe that they are puppets being played by the puppet masters, which are the powers to be behind the scenes, to be used to further their program and their agenda, which is much more insidious. And so, again, whether they know initially or whether they do or they don't, I believe that they are puppets. And they are, like I said before, lightning rods and magnets for attention. And we know the ones that can command the most attention, which we know is currency, they definitely get paid more because they are more valuable to the powers to be and their bottom line, which is to capture human attention, human souls, human life, energy, whatever you want to call it. And so those that they put in the forefront who can captivate and mesmerize and hypnotize and zombify people, to put them, lull them to sleep, for either to directly program them or to distract while things go on behind the scenes. Those that command most attention will be able to command a higher price, but essentially they're all just slaves. Like I said before, Young Dolph even had the mixtape Rich Slaves. And so though they get paid more, it appears that um, it makes them the envy of people and something to strive for just because they get paid for more. But essentially, they're just doing the job and getting a higher wage, and they are enslaved to it, just like someone that has a job for 30, 40, 50, 60 years. They may not have that amount of money, but it's still the same principle. Ultimately, we all have authority for our own lives, and we have to take into account what it is that we're doing with what we've been given. And so, it may not always come in that form. Entertainment may not be your thing, but anything that seeks to take your attention away from the good that you are seeking to be, do, have, or become is still an energy vampire. And we see it every day in our lives, especially when you start really getting serious about maximizing your time, your life, your resources, leveling it up. That's when everything seems to come out of the woodwork. Whether it's going to be internal issues with yourself. You got to fight through yourself first and foremost every day. That's a battle. Fear, laziness, doubt, apprehension, fogginess, lethargy, just everything that you have to fight within yourself every day. But then, if you have a significant other, once you get serious, just be ready for random spats or arguments or fights, or even, major fights, just relationship issues and various methods. Your kids start acting up, things going wrong with them, sickness or bullying at school, or they just randomly just start acting up, turning up for no reason. Car breakdown, random unexpected bills and expenses. Lord's willing, Not I pray that's no one's experience, but wrecks or sudden death, anything to distract you or to get your attention off of what it is that you are initially focusing on. And I'm not saying that things in our lives do not garner our attention, because ignoring them, they're not going to go away. Um, I'm not saying that. They definitely, some things you just got to be able to have wisdom, clarity, and discernment to know what garners our attention and at what level, because ultimately they are projections from the ego or the subconscious program that doesn't want to die, so it will self-sabotage. It's like a program or a mechanism that just goes into effect once we set out to do good and to do better and to do something that we've never done before, to get what we've never had before. And it seems like it's coming from the outside, but again, it is the ego or the subconscious mind doing its job. Like I said, it is to defend and protect and keep in place what has always been there. So it sees anything else as a foreign invader. So that is an enemy. So that means that if it's an enemy, that means that it's on site when it sees it, and not knowing that the whole time that it's you behind the scenes architecting and engineering this because you want change. It just desires to keep in place what's always been in place, and anything new is considered foreign. And so it's going to set up a defense mechanism. It's going to let the guard dogs loose. It's going to sound the alarm, and because it perceives it to be an intruder. So be prepared for distractions on various levels that's seeking for you to take your attention off of what you want back to things that you don't want, or micromanagement, or that is designed to get you bogged back down in the ego or the flesh, ultimately. And so, um, like I was saying, it's just as far as our energy or is our attention is our currency, and so we want to invest it where we're going to get the most return. So when you're setting out on something new, the picture that I saw is just like when you're moving. When you leave one residence for the new residence, in order for your utilities and your electric and everything to work at the new residence, you have to cut off that energy or that electricity or that power at the old residence. Unless you're something like a landlord or you have multiple properties, then you may have multiple properties, or you may have your utilities on that multiple properties at one time, maybe under the business name or maybe personal name. I don't know how that works. I don't own property at this current moment, but that may require for you to have multiple residences with power on at one time. But if you're just a civilian or a person that is just moving, in order for you to get your utilities cut on at the new location, they have to first cut the power off at the old location. And so what happens is when we set out on a journey, we are looking forward to what it is that we want to accomplish. So we put some attention, which is power or currency, on it, but mostly we can't focus our all on it because we still have the utilities on at the old residence. And just say, for instance, for sake of this example, that old residence is condemned and it's dilapidated, and it shouldn't even be up. It should be demolished at this point, but we still got the water running, we still got the lights on, we still got the electricity, we still have everything running there. So that's where that is like giving our energy and our attention to the old is something that we don't want. We've moved on from that residence and we're going to the new. So in order to fully enjoy the new residence, we have to first cut off the power, cut off the utilities, cut off the water, cut off all attention to the old so that we can get it cut on to the new. But a lot of times what we see is that we give more attention and focus to what we don't want rather than what we do want. And so in setting up that resistance, we're thinking that we're doing a service, but we're really doing a disservice, because anytime you focus on what you don't want, that focus is what's keeping us alive, because our focus is energy. So if you are looking at what you don't want to go wrong or what you no longer want, you're still energizing it, giving it power, which is keeping it going, or it is perpetuating it, as opposed to cutting the power, period, cutting the energy source that you are giving it, which is your focus, which is your attention, and putting it solely on the new and focusing on that until it solidifies into form. And so I just wanted to jump on real quick. I wanted to make it short and I wanted to make it substantial. Hopefully you got some value out of it. Hopefully I made some sense in all of my ramblings. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, peace.